Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing? Alright, so this channel's main focus is always wellness, wholeness, high vibrations, positivity, love, Christedness, truth, unification on the spiritual level, the universe, the planetary conscious, the angels, the ancestors, and the Lord above. that's what this channel will have to offer, okay? So we had one explosive 4th of July weekend, and I do mean explosive. So we had we got the police kicked off up here on the hill with some upheavals in the household. I was like, oh my god. And it was crazy. No one got hurt. It's just that everything happened really super fast. And I've been injured before in the same scenario. So I called the police. And I did the right thing. But nobody was injured. But the angels gave us a chance to clear that energy once and for all. So this morning I got a green light, and I spent a lot of extra time this weekend grounding, clearing. We're going to add some more prayer to it this week. We're going to double down on the prayers. Oh, yes, we are. We need to. Because both times that this has happened, it's when I set foot out to do my 11:11 messages. Every time, same scenario. Again, less upheaval this time though. And we got to the root of it. And it basically is a lot of anxiety, confusion, some underlining fears, and some dark shadow Gaia aspects. So when I say Gaia, I mean sacred feminine. So sacred feminine came through with Venusian downloads, angelic downloads, and a lot of Venusian energy. So that's really going to get us the harmony we seek, of which I've talked about, where a couple years ago, Archangel Michael revealed to me that I could assist with grounding feminine energy, and I could do a lot of feminine energy all at once. So I didn't know yet how that was going to happen, of course, and I've been kind of slowly, patiently easing myself out there and listening in and preparing to do what he's directing me to do. So a lot of favor came through for that mission. And the goal is to ground feminine energy all at once, because one of the reasons is because, of course, more is better, has more effect on the collective, the more healing we can do in our energies, and our masculine and feminine energies remaining in balance is always also the goal. So anytime things go out of balance, first get them back in balance, then proceed at looking at your sacred union again. Okay, your divine feminine masculine love union. That's the sacred one, because we have, if you're on the twin flame journey, depending on where you're at with finding your soul family and discovering your mission and getting on that mission and journey, just depending where you are. And sometimes we're on it, but we back off for a while. Sometimes we get labeled the runner and things like that. But yeah, I've learned that if I just focus on bringing the energies around me and within me back into balance as best as I can, the angels come along and assist me, and then my union goes better. So the romantic union is the sacred union. That's the one you have to maintain. That's the one with the partner that you are aware of each other, and you're aware that you're connected and that you're on this journey, because you're going to have if you don't have other connections, and they may sometimes show up as third parties. If you don't have those other relationships and connections, you may be lacking in your union. You may need these other connections. And yeah, probably so. Not necessarily if you're for sure that it is a karmic situation, karmic soulmate, karmic spiritual. That would be, if I say karmic spiritual, that would be possibly a narcissistic dynamic going on within the soulmate karmic connection. And this could be with anyone from a mother, father, brother, sister, friend, boss, love partner, roommate, just anyone that's close or in your spheric energy, really. And, of course, anybody that you have history and a love and caring between you, or any type of human bond between you, and they happen to be close to you or come back into your energy field, because I've been having the experience lately where I have had absolutely no contact with certain people at all for a long, 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 long time. And suddenly, they're very present in my union. As if they're showing up for some healing. Some of them were not showing up so good, but I think we took care of most of that. It was just some residual energies, what I call that. And when we do these deep, deep healings, because I do go deep on the healing work with the angels pretty frequently if needed. And we did some Gaia work, and we did some solar plex. It got more personal for me as it did 5 years ago. And we did solar plex, like really deep solar plexus work. And now we're kind of focused on the crown and the root of it all. And that's all good and fine and dandy. It comes out in the reading. But I've also now been picking up on other readings and getting that green light from the angels that they're going to assist me, so I'm not losing my marbles as a divine channel in my Holy Spirit / HSP / Heyoka Empath / medium abilities. Okay? Because it gets crazy. I didn't mean to lose my marble over there. It went rolling away. Don't go rolling away. Stay close. So we just really we pulled out all the tools. We pulled out everything we could. And things are starting to come back to a fair balance. So I have this, I'm just going to take this as a number, as a downloaded number. I just felt guided to pull some cards while I was chatting here with you guys. So after the holidays, I hope everybody has had a better weekend than I had, because it was a little rough starting out. It did get better though. We had a super awesome fireworks show and everybody was super safe, and it was nice. It was nice. We learned about our irrigation systems, which was interesting because we learned it on a spiritual level. So we found out what the poop message was. The poop message from the angels, because on my hill where I live, the ley lines are super interesting here. Yeah, some of the angels just were not happy with the level of feces outside. And, you know, I'm not going to lie to you. The angels came through strong and heavy during these virus threats in society, talking about keeping our environments pure, our bathroom spaces, our lawns, our roads and streets. And I mean, it was a heavy message. It took 2 years for all of that to really come out. And I mean, everything. It is crazy. Like, even when I was down in the dungeon, it was like, okay, there's mold down here, there's entities down here, there's stuff. I had to do, like, major clearing work. And all the tools I used doing that had to go, and I had to restart. And I learned all about those ley lines and energies. I mean, it was phenomenal, the level of stuff that they showed me about our ley lines and everything outside and around our spaces where we are. Yes, including we learned about satellites, and towers. We learned about the towers and how that can affect very sensitive people and how it can affect all people. And we learned about arcanic energy. So we'll talk about a lot of stuff here, and I call that Gaia stuff. Gaia talks, Gaia information. And the masculine really is a huge fan of my Gaia work and the work that I do. And the spiritual stuff. We have a very strong spiritual connection. And that's what has made the ministry that I'm trying to bring to YouTube in the form of 1111 messages. So bear with me. This might be a long one again, but I'll try and make it fast. I'm actually just going to pull 3 or 4 cards, a few cards for each masculine and feminine. I'm not going to go all out. I'm just going to get 6 cards here. I might shorten them up as I go because I'm doing the elementals. Those turned out pretty good. I liked doing them, and we'll see if you guys like it as we go. So those are the Gaia reports. The elementals are in the Gaia reports. Gaia reports will get better as we go also, and as I can bring in so much with Gaia reports. Wow. So, yeah, masculine has a strong emotional affinity towards his union, and he's been able to bring things, a lot of clarity and balance. Yeah, and truth. And this doesn't look great. This looks like entrapment in the mind on the masculine side about his union. But also an emotional affinity is here, and there is some harmony and balance. So that's a little weird. That does make me want to know why. Yeah, regret, guilt, shame, remorse. That's the energy of this card about the union. He looks like is hoping. He was hoping that things would be more clear by now. That's what it looks like about his feminine or about the stability of the union. I'm not sure. Let's keep going because it looks like he's also. It's about a decision he's making, holding on to. That which he's invested in and worked hard towards. Looks like the union. Yeah, he's still holding on to a lot of emotions towards the union, towards his hopes and dreams of fulfillment. Maybe even in spite of a lot of things. I feel like there's like hope here, but still trapped in the mind about, because these are working together in the reading, okay? Pardon me, Dave. I just sneezed into the bucket and covered my face. Yeah, so these will work together and these will work together, and as they're working together, there's like this underlining I feel like this is maybe still just clearing some blockages. That's what's showing up here. To union. And anything that you're holding on to that gets in the way of fulfillment, you're deciding to let go of anything you've been holding on to about your union that's caused you to feel so stuck. Perhaps now seeing the value in the union, seeing more fruits for your efforts in terms of your hopes and dreams and wishes. Truly blessed in your union. You have this favor and this clarity here, this truthful king. This he's kind of stern, but he's also fair and truthful. He can be swift, so he's here. I think he's perhaps helping the masculine bring clarity in his mind. There's some sort of anxiety and pain I saw in the reading I did this morning, but it wasn't that present. So it might be a mental blockage about a decision, about the union. So let's look on the feminine side now. Whoops, we got cards flipping out. Okay, feminine. Ooh, yes, good energy. That's 4th of July celebration. Achievement and victory. Promising new beginning is about you, or just about, that's the energy you're in there. You have some conflict in the mind. Yeah, I mean, upheavals, conflicts, arguments. That might be what's on feminine's mind. Yeah. Well, I just knew my union was what was going to show up here, but maybe other feminines went through this too. Maybe you experienced that upheaval also over the 4th of July weekend, and maybe it was good, maybe it was bad. I don't know. We'll get some clarity on it. Mine started out rough, got better. So that was the achievement, I think. We achieved balance and harmony here. I think that shows. There was favor and promise in the situation to begin with, so because the energy you were in. Anyway, the energy is very promising, very positive. It could be showing up in the physical. You're able to see it very much in this physical energy here. 5 of Swords. So I see clearing the blockage in the union. If there's anything in the mental areas, mental pain, mental anxiety, anything that's blocking the heart chakra or the crown chakra, I feel like the angels are working on that. I also feel like there's been a masculine kind of taking control, because who is all this? Is all this the masculine? Oh my goodness, it could be. I mean, now these will play together too. So this whole top row is everything that's going on and more in the spiritual. This is the heart of it all. And this is what sustains it all. This is the should be the more physical appearance of things. So in the physical appearance, things look victorious, things look well and good, and there's been achievement happening. So it looks like you're working out the mental blockages and the emotional and whatever mental and emotional blockages at this time. And there's a masculine energy here on both sides of the reading. And he's taking control of something here. He's taking charge of something. This is on the feminine side. So this could be a fair payout, or there's a fair amount of abundance in the situation. There's a fair amount of success, okay, on the feminine side, and it looks like it's all really mostly due to this this masculine's looking at and watching this conflict over the weekend. And it looks like he's trying to make a fair judgment about it. Or I'm not really sure what he's thinking about it exactly. But whatever he's thinking about it, it looks like somehow he feels responsible for something that isn't so easy to get out of mentally. Like almost like he backed himself into a corner in his own union at some point. Now he's come out to take charge of any blockage or conflict. And this is drama, conflict, arguments, upheaval. After tower moments, that's what you see. Around tower moments, you might see that also. Or no, wait a minute. That would be the 5 That would be the Five of Wands. That would be the Five of Wands. That is not this card. This card is more of change in the mind, changing one's mind. So on the feminine side, masculine looks a little trapped, feels a little trapped in the mind, and I think that's like some mental anxiety going on. There's some change in the mind. And I think he's just changed his mind. He's seeing the feminine change. Okay, yeah, he sees a change in his feminine in terms of finances, or her attitude towards finances. And maybe he thinks it's good, maybe he doesn't, not sure, but he looks like he thinks that could be, he might be a little worried about that. Feeling a little trapped in the mind, a little worried about that. I don't know exactly what that is. We're just going to have to go a little deeper on that. At the bottom of the deck on the feminine side is the Two of Hearts. And we also have another Jack hanging out in the deck. Perhaps these people have something to say about the financial situation and the stability of things. I don't know. Someone hoped for more, or is hoping there's more fulfillment later. Okay, we have this guy still kind of hanging out too. So we have some strong energy coming through from the masculine. He's the one holding most of the power and energy, and but there's some creative energy and creative empowered energy. There's some energy being held back on the masculine side. Some form of passion or creativity. I'm not sure what that is either. Let's see. We are never sure till we get clear on it. It's a little bit different getting clarity on a reading like this with these cards. Actually, not going for those yet. Why did I grab those? I'm gonna start off with the Moonology on the feminine side. I want to know why that's there. Five and Six of Swords seem to be hanging out with the King. With the with holding on. It's like the feminine. Well, yesterday I was expressing that I didn't want to share my my money with people from my past. My ancestors were like bringing me blessings, but they didn't want to see me waste it on anything or anyone. After the way that, things turned out in my situation, that's fair. That's fair. That doesn't mean I won't be generous, but not necessarily with my cash flow or my money. But I can be generous with people that are in my life. That's fair. So it was kind of that energy, because one of the things that's been going on in my union is we've been establishing a little bit more of what it's going to look like in the physical in our union. And I think he wants to make sure, my masculine wants to make sure whatever he's trying to do and all his hard work isn't just going down the drain, or isn't going to get just thrown away. It's going to be valued and respected and stuff like that, because this is what this guy represents, and we have this guy with truth over here. So there might be some masculines ready to anchor in and things in the physical. Or this just might be the masculine helping the feminine anchor more into the physical. The finances she needs, or the abundance she needs, or that they both need. It looks like more toward the feminine at this time. Perhaps the feminine is the one that needs the physical abundance, whereas the masculine's the one that more needs the emotional reassurance. And that would bring a little more stability to things, but things are really harmonious right now. There's really good energy right now. And all the unions that I was picking up on, I think our ancestors were really just coming through so strong. That's not surprising around Independence Day, honestly. But what do we have for the feminine? Thank you, angels. We're just going to take that as is. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, we're going prayers. That also means meditation. In my readings, it's just a lot of times prayer's going to be a part of it a lot. And we got prayer for problem solving and sin, so that means darkness, also meaning blockage or toxicity. Okay. And then we have the feminine finding God in her situation if she's feeling low self-esteem. Someone could be feeling low self-esteem and needing to get closer to God. Step out of your comfort zone. You're good enough. Don't let pride get in your way. A new start is coming. So feminine might have hardened up and maybe bossed up a little too hard. But anyway, a new start is coming. Look here, looks good. It's a win-win outcome in the forecast, and you have this victory card and you have problem solving. So just keep up the prayers and working out the blockages. That's what sin means to me. That means toxicity and blockages. Keep working that out. And keep looking for God in your situation and keep your vibration up. So when you see low self-esteem, just address your vibration, of course. Because, yes, new start's coming, win-win. Just don't let pride get in the way. And you have this full moon in Virgo. You're good enough. And just step out of your comfort zone. That's for the feminine. Let's see what we have for the masculine. It's a good reading. I'm sorry I took so long to get to it, but hopefully by now you guys have figured out, just like if I'm chatty and I'm talking and you don't want to listen to those parts, please give us a like and let us know if these are resonating with you too. I have the comments open. I usually don't have comments open, but for now I have some comments open. I'll keep that open as long as everything going on in the comments is of love and light and not becoming any type of problem. If it starts to show up in the readings, what's going on in my comments in a negative fashion, or it starts to show up to me in some negative fashion, I may turn the comments off for a while. But for now I have comments on, and you can give me the likes, and we're trying to get up to 1,000, of course. That's our goal. So your likes really help support the channel. If you feel it's good enough to share, that is awesome. Please share. Thank you for being here. Feminine, congratulations. Jeez Louise, it looks good on your side, feminine. I think the masculine's impressed with the feminine's problem solving. Yeah. Your commitment is being tested. So we have the commitment card, we have the union card, and I think that's mostly in the mind. It's mostly in the mind. I'll bet you. Let's see. We have this guy here, though. I think, is the masculine testing the feminine again? Man, this guy is testy. He's ready to cut you off. If that's crazy, though, because look at this. He's ready to cut out. Okay, maybe he's just ready to cut out anything that's blocking in the union. Like, he's really committed to that right now. Or maybe the feminine has solved. Oh, I do not know. That is really strange. Because it looks like maybe he's cutting things out of his union that have caused him to feel a certain way about his union. Maybe actually finally clearing some blockages, some old beliefs. Your hard work is paying off. Yeah, some old beliefs about finances perhaps too. Or about stability. Oh, let's see. Why is this energy here for the masculine? Why is this energy here for the masculine? I'm really focused on this energy that's showing up on this side for the masculine and this Four of Pentacles. This could just be that 4th of July energy showing out right here. I'm not sure. Believe in the impossible, expect powerful change. So, change is about to occur on the masculine side of things, and powerful change. Believe in the impossible. Hard work paying off, so this could be the masculine letting pride get in the way. Let's find out some more. Let's start off with this oracles of these oracle cards. This is the quantum oracle, so we'll start off with the masculine with this one. Why are these here, and what's this about? What's this commitment test about? Because that card's been just showing out a little bit for the past week. About the past week or so. That is hidden motivation, fragmented energy, and then we have a milestone in the union. So someone has hidden motivation somewhere. Perhaps it's hidden. Well, it's unknown what sort of milestone you're about to reach in the union, and maybe that's why it's like that. There's just some unknowns. There's some things the masculine doesn't know, is what it looks like. About the feminine situation. So perhaps he needs to come into more of a knowing about his union. But he's feeling his feminine. And it looks like he is deciding something about the union and the finances. One more card for the masculine, please. What's going on with the masculine? Optimism, family, and taking steps. He's feeling more optimistic about children and family, perhaps, and taking more steps towards commitment. That looks really nice. I feel like somebody might have just found out that their family is growing, and perhaps they're about to get married, and maybe this is where there's already kids involved. Now there's going to be more kids, or there was already a lot of abundance. Now there's going to be kids. I don't know. It has a lot to do with kids for sure. There's going to be problem solving going on about kids. Let's look at the feminine side. That could be the feminine. Got 3 cards each time they flipped out, so that might be for the feminine. My readings are doing that today. They're doing 3 cards at a time, or just 1 card. New and supportive connections for the feminine. People that support her creativity, her flair, her passion about something, her cause. Yeah, she's deserving, and the masculine is seeing her as deserving. Yeah, but there's a stuck energy that's still there. Ooh, well, hopefully that's not the masculine being stuck in that energy of not deserving all the abundance or the feminine or the blessings. What's going on with that? Hopefully it's not the feminine also being insecure about love. Oh man, that might be causing a blockage, that low self-esteem. Maybe, but there's great achievement here. And true love. But there's these dark thoughts, and the feminine side showing low self-esteem. Okay, needing courage. Oh yeah, well, this might be such a big achievement in the union that it just requires courage and travel or movements. Joyous fun. The honoring path. Look at what to pray about here for the weariness. Okay, feminine's just been working hard. Perhaps the one taking care of the children most of the time, while the masculine is taking steps towards her. What else do we have? So, feminine can pray about problem solving and weariness. What do we have for the masculine? Everyone might just be tired from the weekend. Feminine might be feeling weary and optimistic because she's been working so hard towards her achievements. Same for the masculine. And the masculine pray about it. So feminine is still directed to pray in the union. Masculine might need more clarity at this time, but let's see. What does masculine need? Healing. Okay. It's loneliness. About the union, about partnership. Ooh, it's frustration. Can I trust? Okay, the book talks about the future. It gives direction for life. Don't worry. Focus on healing. Okay? So, just look to avoid the temptation of wanting to know the future outside of what God has for you, and check out some Bible. I'll do it in another video, but I'll read you some more about what it says to pray about, and I'll just read that out for you. Because masculine also has some depression going on. The masculine energy does. So that could be, take that however it resonates. This energy could be the divine masculine, or it could be masculines or children, people around in the union, because this is the type of union that is there's a community connected to this union. When you see this union card and this union card, you know that these two people have a family or a large collective connected to them, somehow depending on them, looking to them, or favoring them, and they're important to the community. Their union is important. They set an example. It's a twin flame union, clearly. And the masculine is knowing that, but he just isn't fully awake, and there's some sort of depression and frustration about trust. Okay, so I think he just wants the feminine to trust him more, and he trusts that he's healing, and he has been depressed, he has been lonely, or she's been lonely. Maybe he noticed she's been working so hard and she's lonely and weary that she gets worried about the kids, so it could be all of the above. Take that all how it resonates, okay? And I'm not going to go deep to try to find out well, maybe I should. Let's find out what's going on more with the masculine here. With these cards. Okay. So, yeah, he's frustrated that they're still strangers, and he hasn't met his feminine, or he hasn't been able to. Celebration event. Oh, it's Virgo energy, and it's soulmates, and it's 1111, higher spiritual bond and connection. So yeah, they haven't met, and it's a higher spiritual bond, a soulmate connection. Ooh, oh, a celebration. So I feel like he was lonely over the weekend during the celebration because he was missing his soulmate or his twin flame. Is this about his twin flame or his soulmate? So not much is going on at this time. There's just some blockage. It's just at this time there's some blockage, and he doesn't see any way to So these are two that haven't met. Maybe there are other unions like mine where you're only connecting in the spiritual and nothing physical is really happening yet. It's just mostly all going on in the spiritual. You're still focused a lot on children and soulmates and people around you a lot and stuff like that. Okay, we have some Scorpio and air energy. So yeah, the masculine wants to know more about his union. He feels at a loss. Unjust, unfair, disappointing. He feels disappointed that he hasn't met his feminine. Yeah. Something's hidden, possibly. Yeah. There's been conflicts. Try again to meet. there's hope. Maybe it will be good. Friendship, platonic. We have Aquarius coming out. Past soulmate and soul partner. Yeah, old earth connections possibly, or grounded connections. Alright, so it looks like the masculine might have children, or the feminine does. And there's some sort of unfairness the masculine is experiencing in his thoughts about soulmates, maybe. Just feeling it's unfair they haven't met and they're still strangers. Or maybe even feeling that they're not, feeling frustrated that the feminine thinks that they're strangers, but not feeling like they're strangers at all. Coming from the masculine. He's watching the feminine with these achievements and successes, and I think he just admires the problem solving about her. So there you go, guys. I hope this was somewhat helpful and brought in more confirmation and positive energy. If you feel like this applied to you and resonated, let me know in the comments. And let me know what resonated the most for you, and perhaps how you're doing and how you're doing on your journey and in your union a little more. I always like to know how people are doing and where they're from. That's my thing lately with people. It's like, how are you doing? Where are you from? So leave that for me in the comments. Leave the likes. Subscribe if you are new here and you really enjoyed this message. You want to see some more. Please subscribe to the channel if you feel at all resonant here, because if we can get up to 1,000 subscribers, I can do I do work with a lot and do a lot of lives. Love doing the live readings. I do those in the groups and stuff. I got kind of bored with that. It's a little slower of an energy than YouTube is. So I'd like to do lives on YouTube or on a busy platform like YouTube, you know. So much love to you guys, and happy week ahead, and God bless you all. Bye.